I would believe that while some things have remained unchanged, which is rightly so, but a lot has changed. One of the key factors is that the environment itself has undergone such a lot of change. The way we do business has changed. The way we use the digital platform has changed. But I think more than that, generations have changed. The way we teach, the way we learn more than the way we teach. So the teaching has to adapt to the way we learn. I've been teaching for 11 years now at SPJIMR, and I see that there is a change in the generations from my first batch to what is now. There is no right and wrong to it. That's the way the society evolves. That's the way people evolve. And hence, the MBA education and all teaching learning has to change. That's a question that needs to a little more thinking through on the part of all marketing professors and all marketing teachers. Because I would admit that I'm a little disappointed that teaching marketing has not changed too much. When I joined and I shifted from the corporate sector and joined academics, I thought phenomenal amount of change would have taken place. But I don't think too much has changed. While that said, there are some things like content that has changed for, again, the reason that the environment has changed. But the way we teach, I think, needs to undergo a further change. We need to find new methodologies, we need to find new pedagogy. We need to make the classroom much more exciting than the way it is. We need to see education as also fun and not boring. That, I think, not just applies to marketing, I think just applies to unbelievable it sounds, and the seeds of this change, I think, happened in an MBA classroom. When I used to watch some classes happening, and I used to just get amazed at how badly a class is taught. And I think, if I had to do this myself, how would I do it? I think those thoughts just remained with me. And but then life takes over, you join the corporate sector, you get role after role, you start rising the ladder, you start getting paid better, and those thoughts just get parked somewhere. And but that's when the whole thought came. But making the final step from the corporate to academics was a major decision for me, because the two worlds are completely different. And it's been a happy time. I think I found my calling. I just love every moment. I just love getting into the classroom, and I know it. I think fundamentals of being a good marketer is being extremely resilient. If you have made a decision and you think that you can make a change, then you have to be resilient and after it, because things may not always work out the way you've planned. That's one. You need to sweat it out. You need to be out there. You need to understand what's happening on the field. A good marketer always has his or her pulse on the field, on the market, whether it's consumers or dealers or distributors. You need to understand that extremely well. You need to have the ability to vibe with different types of people. You need to have the ability, whether it's the loader of the truck, whether it's the cashier at your distributor, and whether it's your salespeople. I started my selling career with managing people who were older than me. And I think that taught me so many things which I was never prepared for. I think all these things do make a good marketer, along with the usual things of course, having good analytical ability, having good mathematical abilities, having the ability to be creative and think on your feet, because problems just come out of the blue and hit you on the face. And then you need that ability to just make sure they make the right decision. And I think that's about it. Yeah, like anything else, I think these new platforms have their pros and cons, which you rightly asked. The pros are with ease you can reach a very large audience, so you use the newer platforms. With ease you can get feedback. The feedback comes dramatically fast in some of the industries from the market. But the cons are equally disturbing. It's disturbing because any bad move gets highlighted and hijacked before you even know it. It goes viral in no time. There are reactions that you can't set right immediately. So you need to, so the new age marketer really needs to cover all these sudden changes that can happen in the environment, which could go beyond which are beyond your control. But you need to think it through, have your plan B, plan C ready, just in case. So the new age new age marketing platforms can create, give you a great platform for a launch, but at the same time create a lot of havoc too. Knowledge has always been important. It's not like it's more important now than it used to be. I think it's always been underemphasized even in business schools. I think you need to understand. So if you're a marketer, coming to your second part of your question, if you are a marketer, you need to really understand. If you need to get your budgets passed, how does the finance guy think? What are his or her KRAs that you can help achieve by being doing the right things? How do the supply chain people manage their challenges? Because it's easy to forecast, but by just giving a number, but to honor it is what is very important. You need to understand, if you are in product management, what is it that the R&D guys can help you with, which are the kind of feedback that you need to collect, how do you collect them. So it can't be overemphasized. It's one of the most critical things of undergoing a management education at a business school. I just wish my answer was no, that there is no glass ceiling. But unfortunately, I have to say a yes. There is definitely a glass ceiling. Sadly, even after so many years, it still exists and it just refuses to go away. I think over the years, the mistake that we as a society have made is that we have been trying to change our girls by giving them more progressive education, more progressive upbringing. I think, and I'm really convinced about it, the change needs to come in the way we bring up our boys. And that can probably make the change. It's still going to take a long time, but sadly it still exists. And I know that I have my students, I have my batchmates in the industry who keep telling me that they still struggle. Very sad, but it's there. One of the life goals that has driven me is choose a job you like, choose a job you love, you'll never work a day in your life. You know what, unlearn definitely nothing, because everything that has happened in my life has contributed to my successes and to my failures. And these have been the building blocks of all that I am today. What would I like to learn again? Lots of things that are coming up. I think I envy generation like yours, which have open platforms, the extent to which you can learn, the width of knowledge that you can learn. I wish I could learn a lot of the new things that are coming. I think I said it before, and I very firmly believe in it, so I'm going to say it again. Be careful how you define success. Don't ever fall prey to defining success from others' yardsticks. Define your own success. May not always be money.